The 48 Laws of Power, law number 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn to use your enemies. In 2018, Machine Gun Kelly released Rap Devil, a diss track towards Eminem, the antithesis of his rap god. In the short term, Machine Gun Kelly broke his own streaming records, and Eminem himself, the king, even saw a boost. However, Machine Gun Kelly's latest releases haven't even been doing as well as the artists signed underneath Eminem. Part of that could be because Machine Gun Kelly changed genres, switched it up a little too much, and didn't stick to what his fans were expecting. But it could also be speculated that it's because he broke law number 1 and tried to outshine the master. Vikings versus the Packers, Tupac and Biggie, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. Rivalry is as old as time. Rivalry is a law of power as old as time, but I propose to you that this is actually the wrong way to follow law number 2. What up, it's Cody P with The Author Authority, and I'm bringing you breakdowns of the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I'm doing law number 2 today. If you would like to check out my law number 1 featuring Mr. Beast, Never Outshine the Master, go ahead and click down there after this video. And don't forget to subscribe for more. I propose that the right way to follow law number 2 is the way Wilson Fisk followed law number 2 in Marvel's Daredevil. Heads up, this will contain spoilers, so spoiler alert, 3, 2, 1. Wilson Fisk in Daredevil follows law number 2 by hiring Ben Poindexter, aka Bullseye. He was a former FBI agent who actually ended up saving Fisk only because he was doing the right thing for justice and shooting the imposing FBI agents who were trying to take Fisk down. But he showed such miraculous skill and a hint of weakness that Fisk could just smell and decided to hire Poindexter himself. He dug in deep to Ben Poindexter's psychology, digging out some old childhood trauma of his and realizing that he needed a North Star, and decided to hire him as the antithesis to Daredevil, putting his skills to good use. But in doing that, he killed the woman that Poindexter loved and caused him to lose his mind even a little bit more after facing that supposed rejection. But enter Daredevil. He comes in behind the scene. The entire ending of Daredevil is based on Law 2. Daredevil shows Poindexter that Fisk killed the girl Poindexter loved, Julie. And because of his foul play, he hired his enemy again and turned him on Fisk.
We're under attack.
I like to make a toast. Julie and I wish you the absolute best.
It turned into an entire debacle of spy versus spy, one party hiring the other and then re-snatching them up again, but the mission proved successful and able to get that much power on one side and ultimately defeat Fisk in the end. So you can go the classic route, but hiring your enemies is going to prove useful because enemies have a lot more to prove. Friends can become very envious, especially if you're on the path of self-improvement. You find yourself growing a lot, working on yourself every day, and some of those friends aren't coming with you. And if you actually try to hire those friends, you're going to have an air of condescension because you're not hiring them in order to do that job because they're qualified or good at the job. You're hiring them because they're just your friend and they deserve it because they're friends with you, not because they're actually skilled. So Robert Greene warns to keep an eye out for those jealous friends. You can find jealous friends like that in Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged. Hank Reardon, his entire family always says that they're rooting for him, that they love him so much, and that he needs to spend more time with them. But while he's off earning the bread and making a living for his family, they always are throwing little jabs at him, little slights to try and tear him down. And those are the type of things you need to be aware of in your own friends. So if it's just an entry stage job that you don't really care about, then go ahead and get your friends that job. But you're going to be better off hiring an enemy who actually has something to prove to you. Not only that, but your enemies are also usually pretty skilled. They're usually a rival of sorts. They tend to do the same things as you or get the same result by an opposite path. And if you combine forces, you can come together to create a real wrecking force. So question of the day for me, do you have any friends that you would not hire because they would end up becoming jealous of you? And do you have any enemies that would do a great job if you put them on your payroll? Think about it. What holes can you fill with an enemy, and how can you make a new teammate out of the deal? Remember, Wilson Fisk got caught red-handed playing dirty, so that's not the way to do it. You got to find the right way.